Hi, everybody. I've had a lot of questions as to how do I remove my makeup and what do I use. So this evening, I thought I would take this opportunity to walk you all through that. I've already taken a shower. And normally I would wash my makeup off in the shower, but since I was going to do this video for you guys, I thought that I would wait until after so I could just kind of take you guys step by step and show you what I do. I switch some of my products around, and I do use a lot of stuff on my face just because I feel like my skin is very dry, and as I get older, it gets drier, and I feel like it needs a little more attention. To begin with, I always flip back and forth between Clinique. They have a gentle cleansing foam, and I really, really like that. So I will use that, and when I run out or I just want to change, I use Clinical Care Solutions. They are out of Tulsa, actually. And this woman started, I can't remember, it's been several years ago. We started going to her when she very first opened. And she has created or co-created, they have launched this product line, and she's actually gone global, which I think is amazing. But anyhow, I stand behind her product, and I think it's wonderful. And I will flip back and forth between, like I said, Clinique's gentle cleansing foam, because I was in the mindset of if it doesn't foam, it doesn't clean my face, and that's not true. This right here, this is just called Green Stuff for obvious reasons. And this is a cleansing gel, and it's made for all skin types, and it's wonderful. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to pull my hair up, and I'm gonna wet my face, and I'm just gonna rub this all over my face. And then I'm gonna take just a white cotton cloth, or you can use a sponge, and I am going to rub all of my makeup off, and I'm gonna show you all of the gook that comes off. And lashes, to peel, to take them off, you just start at the end, and you want to make sure that you're getting your false lash and not your real. You'll know it really quickly. And you just pull those off. And what I do with these is I just use an eye makeup remover and either a toothbrush or like a cotton swab, and I just basically wipe everything off. And you can get several uses out of these eyelashes. They're not just a one and done. And of course, the more expensive you go, the longer you can get a wear out of it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and rinse my face off, and I'm gonna put on the green stuff all over, and I'm gonna wipe it off with this cloth, and I'm gonna show you all of the gross that comes off. All right, so I'm patting my face dry after I washed all of the gunk off, and I'm gonna show you guys. Look at all that. Just two sides. So is this side I started with. And that's all it took. And I used about a quarter size of the cleanser. And then I am going to take this Clinical Care ginseng and chamomile splash. I love this stuff, and I just spritz it. You can put it on like a cotton pad, like one of these, and do it all over your face, but I kind of like to just spritz it on. I don't like to wipe my skin any more than I have to, and it may just be a mental thing, but I feel like if you wear makeup every single day, it's hard on your skin. Anyhow, so I just kind of air dry that a little bit, and then I take the Phyto Replenish oil, and I really like this a lot. I've really been obsessed with oils a lot lately, and I just kind of give it a little bit of a shake. I really don't think you probably need to, and I use about 7 drops. And then I kind of spread it around, and I just pat it all over my face, and of course my chest, or neck, what do they call it, décolletage. Oh man, it smells really herby. I really like this stuff. And then I always make sure to put my lid on like right away so I don't knock it over and lose all of that. And then I take my Mario Badescu, and this is their seaweed night cream, and I've really been loving it. I'm almost out. I need to go get some more. But I probably, depending on how dry my skin is or how damaged, or if I just think it needs a little extra TLC, I get about that much, as you can see. And I do the same thing. I kind of dot it around to make sure it's distributed evenly all over my skin. Then I just rub it in. Oh, this feels so good. If you have not used these products, you might want to go out and get some soon, because I have a feeling that the price of these is going to skyrocket anytime. they're starting to get a lot of press here recently because they're so reasonably priced, his products are. And I purchased them at Ulta. I don't know where else you can find them. I just happen to go to Ulta whenever I need things like this. And they do have this line, and they have all different skincare needs. Like, he's got something for everybody. And then I use my Dermalogica, and I really like this. It's their line of Ultra Calming, and this is a barrier repair, and it's real thick. Like, you don't need a whole lot. And this is a normal size tube. This is what like a full size is, and I think it's 1 ounce. And I put just a dot. I mean, maybe a little more than a dot. Where's my, oh, there's my lid. And like I said, I try to put the lids on everything because I just don't want it, I don't want them to accidentally get knocked over or stepped on, and all of that money just gets squirted out. And the Dermalogica is a little more of a spendy line, but I think that their stuff's amazing. So I just kind of evenly, I just take a little bit and just kind of dot this around and give it a light rub into my skin, and then I just work my way up. And this is just going to be, again, a really light layer, unless you feel like your skin's really chapped or you've been kind of abusing it a lot, and then you want to go a little heavy on some of these things. Oh man, my skin always feels so good to get all this stuff on. Oh. And sometimes if I have excess, I'll just kind of wipe it down my arms. And then I take Clinical Care Skin Solutions Silky Serum, and this is amazing. And it just takes 2 pumps. That's all you were gonna do. And the same thing again, you're gonna put a little bit and just kind of dab it evenly, and then you're gonna rub it all over. Look at all of that. Look how much that little amount covered. And this is the most, I wish you guys could feel my skin right now. It is so soft. And we're gonna pat this all over our skin here. And my nose gets really dry, especially during allergy season when I'm like blowing it all the time. So I'll put a little bit more kind of around the edges of my nostrils, lightly rub that in. And a lot of this stuff, as you can see, I'm not gonna spend a lot of time rubbing it in because I feel like it robs it. I'm so tongue-tied. The Human Torch was denied a bank loan. Name the movie. Anyhow, I feel like if you spend a lot of time rubbing, it rubs the product like back into your fingers and it doesn't absorb into your skin. So I just kind of rub it enough to like spread it out, and then I just let my skin soak it all up. So I've silky serumed, and now I am going to use this eye cream by Mario Badescu, and it is hyaluronic. And it's just a regular eye cream, and it does not take much at all. And I also, this is just kind of a moisturizing cream. So I use this one in the evening, and I put it up on my brows like this and just kind of all the way around. I don't actually go on my lid because surprisingly enough, your eyes will absorb this moisture just from putting it around. So I'll put that around, and during the day, I like to use one with caffeine. And another good one to use, I've used, Clinique has one. Actually, pretty much every, major skincare line has some type of an eye cream that's got caffeine in it. And that works really, really good, especially in the mornings, because it just kind of sucks everything, depuffs everything. But Clinical Care has one called Caffeine Blast. That's really good. And I will use this in the morning. Then I will take my, Urban Decay vitamin infused complexion prep spray, and I will just kind of give a final mist over my face, and I just feel like it helps everything to kind of soak in, and my skin's so nice and dewy, and in the morning it's just going to be beautiful and soft and very radiant and very glowy. See that? Nice and pretty. And then I always use something for my lips, and I really like the Rosebud Salve a lot. And Clinique has a moisturizer too, but I can't find it. I feel like my daughter Olive probably jacked in. It's probably in her bag. But anyhow, I use the Rosebud Salve. I like it a lot. And if you don't want to get your fingers icky, just use a Q-tip. And so I finish everything off with a pretty rich layer of whatever your favorite, and sometimes I'll just use straight up Vaseline. It just depends, but I really like the Rosebud Salve, and I always have it all over the place. Anyhow, so this is it. Thank you for watching, lovelies. I hope that you guys took away something from this video. If anything, you got to laugh at me because I am clumsy as shit. So I am fixing to go tuck myself in after I brush my snags, and I will see you guys soon.